I'm in a fight with a radio station in Boston right now. There's this low-rated hack show in Boston on WEEI. It's called, what's it called? OMD, ODM? I don't know. Whatever it is. It came in 9th place. It's a joke. I'd be shocked if they're working in January, actually. So they brought me on under the guise of, Giving Tuesday.
Right.
And I was happy to do it. Same company. And I'm back. They wanted to do a story. And they said, yeah, it's Giving Tuesday. We want to have you on for Giving Tuesday. I was happy to do it. Company asked me to do it. Company guy, figured I'll do it. And they started coming at me very aggressively. About going to prison, about the the things I was found guilty of. But it was weird. Like, I have no connection to those guys. I don't know them at all personally. I've never been on the show before. And they started coming at me. And then they asked me a question about having like conjugal visits with my wife while I was in prison. And I reacted poorly to it because they were coming at me aggressively, which I didn't appreciate because I was doing them a favor. Like, they asked me to come on because their ratings suck. And like a lot of places, they figure, bring me on and people are going to want to listen because they get like quadrupled in the ratings by the competing sports radio station. It's embarrassing how bad that show is in the ratings. Mm-hmm. Like 9th place, why even go to work? Like, if we came in 9th place in the ratings for an entire book, I would hand in my resignation because it's embarrassing. So they thought they'd come at me tough and aggressively, and I got sensitive to a question about conjugal visits because I thought it was stupid. And I told the guy, "You're being stupid. You know full well there's no conjugal visits, you moron." And then we finished the interview, whatever, right? So I did this interview with them on Tuesday. So they held on to it. Then their producer sent out something stupid, so he got suspended today for being an a-hole.
Really?
Yeah. And then they decide, to air it. I guess at 4:00 they aired it. So I put out a tweet, basically just putting out the ratings in Boston and how they embarrass themselves. And frankly, should keep their mouths shut because they're in 9th place. If you're a top 5, maybe call me back. But while you're in 9th place and your job's not that secure, shut your faces. All right? And did I get sensitive? You're damn right I did. Because I was doing you a favor. You asked me to come on a radio station for a charity day and decided to try to be tough guys and come at me aggressively about going to prison and being found guilty. Okay. I didn't run away. I didn't hang up. I gave it back to you because I was offended by the question about conjugal visits. And I moved on and we finished the interview. And they sat on this interview for 2 days because they're so effing desperate for ratings that they waited until they could use my voice to help them out. Why you'd want to talk to me in Boston, I have no idea anyway. I have zero connection to Boston, you losers. And I would never invite you to come on this show because no one cares about you. But you care about me because you needed me to help your lousy ratings. Keep getting 9th place ratings. Keep doing it. You're an embarrassment to this company. When the company gets together and they have their quarterly meetings, you know what they say? OMD's not getting the job done. They're being quadrupled by the competition. You're a joke in the entire company and will probably be replaced very soon. 9th place. 9th place afternoon drive in Boston. And you held on to an interview I did 2 days ago and aired it in prime time, 4:00, because you suck. You have no content on your own. And there's 3 of you morons who collectively can't do a radio show without me being a part of it for an interview that I did 2 days ago. Let's sit on it. Hopefully it'll get us ratings. The new week starts today. Let's put it in prime time. I have zero connection to Boston. Boston never heard of me, nor should they have. I've never worked in Boston. I happen to love Boston, great city. Love visiting. There's no reason to ever put me on as a guest in Boston other than if you're a 9th place desperate hack radio show with a former football player and journeyman baseball player who are barely hanging on to their jobs. So yes, I admit I got sensitive in the interview because I didn't appreciate the line of questioning when I'm doing you a favor appearing on supposed to be Charity Day, and then you air the interview 2 days later with no context to the invitation that you gave me. 9th place. Ugh. You just keep your mouth shut and hope that Felger and Maserati take a few more vacation days. Hacks. Yeah. Average athletes, below average radio talent. Oh, Carton's a wimp. Carton's sensitive. I'm telling you, I got sensitive to the question because I didn't appreciate it. So have your fun on Twitter. I win, you lose. I'm not in 9th place with Evan. We got ratings for 3 days. 3 days.
And we were not in 9th place?
No.
In any of those quarter
Highest rated talk show in New York City after 3 days. That's a fact. Cannot be disputed. 3 days in, there's not a talk show in New York City after 3 days with better ratings from 2 to 7. Not one. Doesn't exist. We're not 9th place. Hacks. No talent losers. And then you have like your 6 or 7, little, sycophants with 2 followers between them. Hey, Carton, you're a wussy. I'm telling you, I got sensitive to the question because I didn't appreciate it. Because you asked me to come on to do you a favor. Help us out. Our ratings suck. Please help us. You know how to do radio. We don't know how to do radio. Could you please help us? We're so desperate. Felger and Maserati own us. You're lucky Felger and Maserati let you breathe in Boston and permit you to do that lousy radio show of yours. No, I mean, it's embarrassing. 9th place. You're not even in the game. 0. So have your 9 or 10 people yell at me, call me names on Twitter. I'm good with it. I'm a big boy. It's like I told your program director today. I got a microphone too. I don't lose that battle. Yeah, I'm a criminal. Oh, he's a criminal. Yes. I went to prison. Yes. Open book. Please come on our show. We're getting killed by the competition. How do you do good radio? So I'm in the middle of that right now.
You're right over there, pal.
It just, I'm trying to be a good guy.
You're a very good guy.
They asked me to come on. I never heard of their show. So I go on Tuesday on the Charity Day. They don't air the interview on Charity Day. They don't air it the next day. Then they got their ratings yesterday. Guess what? They sucked. So now they're like, oh my God, the ratings sucked again. New ratings week starts on Thursday. How can we pump up our sagging, despicable, company embarrassment ratings? Oh, let's put Carton on. He's a ratings magnet. He'll help us out. I'm glad I helped you. But here's the reality. The rest of your show is going to suck because it always sucks. It sucks at 2, at 3, at 4, at 5. See the ratings in front of me. Right here. Your show sucks. Listeners hate you. A few people listen out of pity. The one show gets a 15 share. You have a 3 share. You don't exist. So I'm glad I helped you out. Don't ask again. And if you want a recommendation, go somewhere else. Because your PD's probably already started looking for a new afternoon show. I would. If I was getting... What's 5 times? Quadrupled 4. What's 5?
Quint, I think.
Yeah, if someone was quintupling me in the ratings, I would get my resume ready. Because it's coming, boys. It's coming. Quintupled.
Hope I was right about that. Is it quintupled?
I think you're right.
Okay, good.
I think
so.
Jeez. Yuck. Now I wasted 5-7 minutes of New York airtime on these losers with no ratings. Begging me to help them out. Please come on our show for Charity Day. Nobody listens. We're not going to raise any money.
Feel better?
I do.
Good. That's all that matters.
And I want to listen. Call me. I was very sensitive. I acted sensitively to a question I didn't appreciate under the circumstance of how and why I was invited on that show. Guilty as charged. Yep. I overreacted to a question about conjugal visits because I thought it was a stupid question in an interview that came across very aggressively to me when I'm doing you a favor. So I'm not denying that I was sensitive. I was. But try to get ratings on your own. Call me back when you're in like 6th place. We can have a celebration. Or maybe come in 8th. When you come in 8th, we'll celebrate 8th place. Be a big achievement for you.